What is it, Indy? You want to go for a walk? You want more food? It's only 2:00. You don't eat until 5, silly. Need to go to the bathroom? Need to go potty?
Todd, I need to alert you there's an intruder in the backyard. I think he has a gun, Todd. We need to leave. Oh, by the way, you have cancer.
What?
John and Nick like movies.
Nick and John like movies.
John and Nick like movies. Who's it do we say first? I don't fucking know.
Hey, welcome to the Buttered Up Podcast. I'm your host, John.
Then I'm Nick.
And today we have a very special guest.
Who is it?
Who is it?
It's Shane from the last one.
Wow, Shane.
I don't know about the last one. I don't know if these are going to come out in order.
They
Oh
might not.
shit! From a pre.
Yep, Shane hails from the land of Illinois. He's visiting for a little bit, and we wanted to include him on the episode because he's got some movie watching experience, and we've known him for a long time.
And if you too have watched movies,
John, you're
let
right.
us
I
know.
have seen him.
You know what? The bar
seen him.
is
It's a
pretty low.
bar here.
The bar is pretty low.
I've seen him. Seen a movie or two.
Yeah. And you know what? You can talk about him. Anyway, Shane's with us. We're going to be reviewing a movie called Good Boy. It's a newer horror movie. It's a Shudder original. It got released on...
My bad. You can keep going.
Anyways, today we're going to be reviewing a movie called Good Boy. It's a Shudder original. It's pretty new. It came out October 3rd of this year. And Nick, tell me a little bit about this movie.
Well, it had a budget of $70,000, and yet it grossed $8.7 million.
A lot of money.
And the director was Ben Leonberg, and him and his wife, Carrie Fisher, co-produced this movie. And then Ben Leonberg was also this film's cinematographer, editor, and co-writer alongside of Alex Cannon. And then they did something pretty interesting in this movie where, what was it? It was Ben and Carrie, who were the main two people who'd be seen on the screen, the man and woman who had to deal with the dog, Indy.
Who played himself.
Yeah, who played himself in the film.
Wonderfully played by himself.
And it's because Indy is actually Ben Leonberg and Carrie Fisher's dog, and so it just I guess fit better, or was more all like the love and endearingness that were on screen made sense because it's just a fucking dog. So that was a fun little touch for the movie. Oh, fun fact about Indy was he was actually nominated for Best Performance in a Horror or Thriller at the Astra Awards of 2026.
26? That
Yeah, I
hasn't
don't
even
know
happened yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I hope
Incredible.
he has to make an appearance and pick up the award.
He has to.
He
It has
has
such a cool Marvel
Has to.
cameo when that comes out.
Dude, tuxedo collar. Oh, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
What kind of dog did you say he was?
I think he's a border collie mix.
Border Collie mix.
Yeah, he's a smaller pup, but definitely young, 2-3 years old, which is interesting because this script has been in production since 2017. So they've had this idea for a while, and I'm in the firm belief that since this movie is so close to the heart of the people that produced it, that they not only included every member of their family in this, that they've been training Indy for this maybe since they got him. They're like, oh, well, we need a perfect actor, and what better than to train him ourselves for what we want. And I think he did a fantastic job. I think everyone did a fantastic job in this movie. But yeah, keep going.
And he also adding on to the star that Indy is, he also won the Howl of Fame Award at the SXSW Film Festival.
Can you throw on like a like in the background now?
Yes,
Okay, cool.
absolutely. And if you're watching this film and you see that like the voices are kind of a little uncanny, it's because all voices were done in post. So all the talking done by the main characters, because it was the director and the producer who were on set while filming scenes with the dog, while filming scenes with Indy, they used different voices. So while Ben and Carrie are on screen, it's gonna sound a little odd whenever they're talking in the film.
It's also not their voices, right?
Yeah, I don't have the people who narrated for them I don't have them written down, but yeah, different people altogether.
Oh wow.
which is, I mean, that's pretty common in especially like movies that include musical numbers. A
Mm,
lot of Disney movies have like shadow singers that will lip sync with the main person
Dixie Chicks.
Oh, that's fair.
all the
If
time.
you were expecting this to be a musical, though, you will be sorely mistaken. Uh,
Pretty sore.
You're gonna be pissed.
I mean, Shane, do you have anything you want to add?
I think just as background on it,
Yeah.
nothing really. It's just the reason I know about this movie before you guys asked me to come on here was I heard that there was Oscar buzz for Best Actor going around the dog, and I thought that was very funny.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And I wasn't planning on watching it until you guys asked me to come on here, and because I heard best best actor for a dog and went, that's fucking stupid.
He had no respect.
Because in
Then I
my,
watched it.
well, it's good. The dog is a good actor, but also for best actor, I think the actor needs to know it's in a movie. It is a dog.
That's very fair.
It is a dog.
Yeah, we Truman showed
It
our
has
dog.
it has
and
no idea.
By God, he did a great job.
Could you imagine just losing to a dog at the Oscars? You've trained your entire life. You haven't won yet.
Imagine
and
if
you're up.
Leonardo DiCaprio had not won one yet, and he's sitting there fuming.
That would be okay. That would be fucking.
That would be funny.
hilarious.
Yeah, that would be great. He'd love it, actually.
I lost to a great actor.
He did a
say?
fantastic job.
Um,
Young though,
the real young.
real young dog.
Come on, he should be disqualified. He's not old enough. Come on. I would do this for years. But yeah, so the whole movie was filmed in Harding Township, New Jersey. It's Indy's first film, first time being on screen. So he got all those nominations for those awards, very first attempt. So he did great job.
Bravo. For
He's on his
yeah,
way for an
bravo.
EGOT.
And one little like tidbit I want to include is that so the both producers were the only two people that were actually on screen in person all the time, and a lot of the times the shots with Indy were including only them on set, so it was just the two of them and their companion Indy when it came time to shooting, which I thought was interesting. That way there's less distractions on set for him to deal with, and probably made a lot more intimate interactions between his owners and Indy to maybe get what they wanted out of him for the shots.
Mhm.
So, and then I know you were talking about the size of Indy, how he's kind of a smaller pup, and how that may have influenced some of the shots that they took throughout the movie to kind of get that
Yeah.
perspective.
In an interview, Ben Leonberg, the director, said that Indy is only 36 pounds and stands like 19 inches off the ground, which seems insane because I thought he was just a regular sized dog, but 36 pounds, pretty damn tiny.
It was a really good use because they do a lot of like empty space shots just to show forest, to show the house, and he is tiny. He's a tiny dog,
Oh yeah.
just in those white shots.
Yeah, I personally do think it's kind of rude to ask the director what your leading actor weighs and how tall they are. And I think that
Oh,
if
that's
they're
a
gonna
whole
do that-
dialogue.
if they're
It-
going to do that, they need to start doing it to everybody. Like they interview like Tom Cruise about their co-stars. Like, so how tall are you?
Christopher
Exactly.
Nolan, how big?
What's your acting weight right now?
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
Yeah, I usually walk around like 5.
The
like
only
55,
person to
but
ask
around the
that
movie,
is
36.
Chris Bale.
And
Oh, yeah.
and John Goodman for 10 Cloverfield Lane. He
Yeah.
put on a lot of weight for that movie.
Yeah, he was having fun.
Yeah, Golden Corral.
Golden Corral.
As soon as we were done shooting, I went down there and got some rolls. Mac and cheese.
Now, I feel like we've kind of like wandered into the pre-spoilers, kind of getting into this, but to dive a little deeper in there, we'll say that the trailers were a little misleading on like what to expect, and I'm okay with that because the trailers didn't give away a whole lot of anything. I think it might have been the way that the movie was sold as like a horror movie where like a family is being haunted, but from the perspective of a dog.
Mhm.
And this is not like a traditional horror movie at all. Like this is more so of an art house film of like you see the skill behind the different shots that they're getting, all the everything that they're gathering. But yeah, not really a traditional horror movie in that sense.
To add to your point, the trailer makes it look like it is a dog protecting a family from a haunting, but what the movie is a dog going through a haunting. It's a big difference there, and it's good. I'm not saying it's a bad that makes it worse. It is a very competent, put together movie. It's beautiful to look at. Everything's great, but if you go in thinking Ghostbuster but dog, it's not gonna be what you want.
I would still watch.
Oh, I'm writing that when I get home. Like,
Yeah.
but it and like you said, it is very art house. You can tell they're very focused on, and I don't know whether it's because of the restraints of the small staff or their main star being a fucking dog. They really had to really beautifully compose shots. They're great.
Yeah, the scale was definitely small, and I know there's not a whole lot of wiggle room with $70,000 to put together an entire feature film. The movie is only 74 minutes long, but honestly, that timing
I think it's a perfect
is
length.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To talk about it again, the people who think it's going to be a dog protecting a family from a haunting, they're going to think the movie is Crawling.
Oh yeah,
But
for sure.
those people probably don't like most artsy movies, quote unquote.
Mhm.
I don't know. They just don't like seeing pretty things. I'm not quite sure what their problem is, but I could see some people seeing it drag. So if you go in knowing that, that'll help, because if it feels dragging, they're doing something on purpose. They're trying to show you something. That's probably my only critique of the movie is it could drag for you, even at an hour.
And if you are into artsy movies, you might be disappointed by the lack of nudity. I think that would be a big critique
All
there.
right.
Not a lot. Not a lot of dong in this movie.
I would say no dong.
I
I would say close to no, little to none dong.
Do you guys usually talk about the amount of dong on the? I haven't listened to a lot of it. Do you guys talk each?
We'll get there.
You're like, oh,
No, we haven't talked about 28 years later yet. We
Yeah.
might get there in the
Okay.
future.
I still need to watch it. I gotta
A
be
lot
honest,
of dong in 28 years later.
I believe you.
Fucking
I'll be taking
forearm
notes.
length,
We'll be taking
Insane.
notes, and we'll compare
a dong counter.
sizes. But
It's an
No,
audio medium.
I-
you could just say you're doing
yeah,
that.
I gotta be honest. I didn't
I'll do a sound
really
effect of
pay
a
too
zipper.
much attention to the trailer for this movie when it came out, and so I think I had the impression that it was a dog, and it was a dog's perspective on a family turning into potentially like
Oh, sure.
undead
Yeah.
or like something else, or becoming like possessed over and over again, and then dealing with a family that is
Oh,
fully
sure.
taken over
Yeah.
and has changed their ways completely, and like learning to live like that. So I really didn't come into this film with any expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised.
You think the dog's going to be in more danger. You think it's going to be in peril a lot more from the trailers. But I don't know.
Well, hold on. I think we got to get to the spoiler-free
Sorry.
section
Paul-
first.
Apologies.
Well, no, it's okay. I mean, because I think that kind of ties in with it not being a textbook horror
No.
film. Like, it is more artsy, more
Yeah, it's an art
psychological than it
festival
is
film.
like
Mhm.
jump scare thriller type film.
Howl of Fame. Yeah.
You know, they passed up Airbud for this award.
Well, he's gotten
Airbud
it.
like 16.
He had his moment.
He's
dude.
gotten it 26 times in a row. Let Indy get his.
Well, no, it's
get
probably
his
like-
He had
bag.
the
It's probably
90s
like
and
his-
the early 2000s, man.
it's probably
Someone
like his
else's time to
12th litter.
shine.
Son,
yeah.
and he's like, son of a bitch. I
fun
just
fun
lost my
fact about
legacy.
Airbud is at the International Sperm Bank. Airbud's there. His sperm's there. There's an international animal sperm bank, and Airbud has his sperm there.
Well, I mean, what? Horses can't have a monopoly on that. They got to give it for dogs, too, I guess.
Do you know what's crazy about that sentence? Is the word international.
Could you imagine the packaging fees on sending your dog's sperm to the international?
Yeah, but
That's not the part
Bank
I'm
of
worried about.
Yeah, but-
Sending it isn't the issue for
Okay,
me.
well, we're talking about it from a biological standpoint. Like preserving wildlife is a big deal. And
Yeah.
we're losing species. A lot of species go extinct every day, Nick.
Yeah. The
It's kind of disrespectful for
The
you to
great-
make jokes about
the Great Barrier
Is it
Reef's
domestic?
dead. It's been dead.
it. It is.
Is
been
it
dead.
domesticated golden retriever wildlife?
Airbud?
Canis, man. And eventually,
He's wearing a
it was
jersey.
Canis domestica.
Hey guys, this is Nick editing. I just wanted to say, actually, John, it's Canis lupus domesticus. If you want to go by the unrecognized name, the recognized name is Canis lupus familiaris. So, yeah, suck my fucking dick. I'm sure in every one he has a jersey. Is that wildlife?
Well, each
Hey,
jersey,
chat, let us know.
each
Is
Airbud in a different
wildlife?
jersey is a different dog.
Who?
Not the same dog.
What are you talking about?
You got to get all the earbuds together.
What do you mean all the earbuds?
There's one earbud.
There's no.
There's one earbud,
I
bud.
no.
John, you're disillusioned,
They had a
my
whole
boy.
basketball team in one of the movies.
Yeah, dude, it's all the same guy.
Yeah.
You think he could just like divide?
Those
I
are
think Eddie Murphy's the only one who does that.
they're
Dr.
his
Doolittle?
they're his after images. He moves so fast on the court.
It's like Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah.
Dragon Ball Z, bud.
Did we watch the same movie?
Probably not.
Oh God,
Secret Life of Dogs, man. Crazy. Not all of them go to
it's
heaven.
all just Airbud. Dude. It's all just one Airbud.
It's just Air Bud.
Secret Life of
When
one.
it's
He's got
not-
a split personality disorder and he's dealing with it.
When it's not Airbud, it's Beethoven. So,
Yeah. What about Milo and Otis?
huh?
Yeah, dude,
Okay.
James McAvoy, he learned it from someone, and that someone is Airbud. Split, it works. What are you talking? You said split personality.
Let him flounder.
Flounder.
Just let him flounder by himself.
No.
Oh, he's
This
sweating
is-
so
this is
much.
sweating.
He's
Bullshit.
sweating.
God, dude, your boobs are
Sweating.
sweating.
Bullshit.
There's armpit sweat.
No, this
This
is
is nipple
nonsense.
piercings.
This is, you have your nipples are pierced?
Yeah.
When does that? When did that happen?
That's new. I did that.
Never happened.
I did that
I-
last time.
I'm not here a lot. A lot of stuff can change. Did you get your nipples pierced? You have to be honest.
These nipples are not pierced.
Okay.
Yet.
These?
Yeah, these.
Okay. What about the other four?
I don't know about those.
My
I don't know
udder
about these.
He's pierced.
I don't know about those.
Right. Another thing.
This is all getting edited out, dude.
Another thing I really liked about the
No
movie.
bullying me.
I won that conversation. I'm gonna make sure it looks like.
Plug in like the clip of Shane saying he's like,
yeah, John, you have any more stupid
word.
shit to say? No, that one.
Nick,
Yes.
that was the end. That was the last stupid thing I was going to say.
Boom, dude! Explosion! Air horn!
But to give kind of like a quick spoiler free explanation of this movie to see whether or not you would want to watch it, Nick, do you want to give us our spoiler free review?
So to sum up the pre-spoilers, it would be, yeah, we're introduced to our protagonist early on. We know right away that he's got a medical disorder. Very close with his dog. We see him like coming in and out of like the medical ward, and then he's home. We see him getting badgered a lot by his sister on the phone. He goes to a property that was owned by his granddad.
To
think
get
it's-
away from it all.
Yeah, to get away from it all, to get away from like people feeling the need to take care of him. He kind of wants to be free of that.
Stop being a patient.
Yeah, understandably too. I mean, if you had to go through all that stuff, it would make sense to want to get away. So he does, and he goes to a family farm, I think, or a family home.
Grandpa's.
Yeah, grandpa's, and he lives like smack dab in the middle of the woods somewhere. I guess in New Jersey. I would have never guessed New Jersey. I didn't know New Jersey was pretty.
I don't know if it was supposed to be set there, but that's where it was filmed.
That's fair enough.
Because like you can go into New York, like there's plenty of
The Pine Barrens are
And so at his granddad's house, there's a lot of the story is told kind of in like sort of like the people in the movie are giving you exposition sort of in the background as you're watching this dog kind of deal with what we're supposed to believe is a haunting that's going on, and we don't know how that's happening. We don't know what's going on really, and the story basically just unfolds around Indy and Todd. Like that is basically who the movie's around, with like touches going between like his family history, the house's history. But yeah, small cast. Again, it's not your typical horror movie, so it's more of like a fun watch if you enjoy, again, like art house esque movies, I suppose. Do you guys have any add-ons you want to throw in there?
if you like the art of filmmaking, if you know shots, if you know composition, you will enjoy this movie because it's obvious Ben and Carrie,
Vera. Oh, Carrie. Yes, real life.
Yeah.
Real name Carrie.
they very much they seem like film students. This feels like a student film in how it's basically showing everything they've learned basically in one movie.
Yeah, and it even looks like it's shot on film, not digital.
Absolutely.
And I don't know
Mhm.
if it is filmed on digital, just with like a filter. I genuinely don't know.
Mhm.
But it's a very pretty movie to watch.
Mhm.
And it does, and again, it's 74 minutes, and it feels like it's the perfect time for this type of movie. If you're expecting the dog to grow as a character, I mean, he's a dog, so you're gonna get as much.
He
as,
kinda does.
you get. You know what? Fuck it. You're right. You're right. I take that back.
Actually, yes, he does.
Yeah, he does.
Especially
Yeah. It's
I'll edit that
Um,
out. For
You're not gonna make me look
spoilers.
stupid on my show.
it and also it I don't maybe it's just me personally, but a 74-minute movie is such a breath of fresh air
Agreed.
nowadays. Like it's brutal what's going on. So like basically what's considered a short is fantastic. It's great. No, and there's no fat on the movie. It's quick. It's really good. It's pretty and there's no fat on it. Great.
I would still say it fits into long form media, but it's definitely not a YouTube short horror movie. Like you can see like Portrait of a God. It's like 12, 15 minutes. Stuff like that. So it's a little bit longer. It's a nice digestible length.
And it still fits a very like cohesive story that's going on. Like it doesn't feel like it's very forced.
Yeah.
Everything feels like it's in the right place.
Yeah, it's well thought out. It's well shot. Uh,
It's a story you can dig
beautiful.
into
Yeah,
as well because you can see it in a lot of different directions. I rented this on YouTube. That's how I watch movies, and all the comments are like the symbolism. So if you like those kind of movies that you can kind of read as you're watching, you'll have a blast watching those.
go watch it. Jesus Christ.
Getting into spoiler. All right, so getting into spoilers, John, do you want to start us off there?
I mean, I can. We're definitely coming at it with the approach that you've already seen the movie at this point, and that you're wanting to just kind of tune in to listen to what we have to say. I don't know if I'm the best person to look for symbolism in this movie. I'm not a super artsy fartsy kind of movie watcher, especially when it's the first thing I do in the morning.
Sure.
I thoroughly enjoyed it though. I thought Indy did a great job. I liked the presence being present from basically the beginning of the movie.
As he approaches
Yes.
the house, you
Yeah.
can see
I
it.
mean,
Yeah.
literally he's waiting to get through the gate to get to the road to the house, which happens within the first 5-10 minutes. And
Mhm.
it moves at such a quick pace that we find that the main character very clearly has like a form of like lung cancer or something else going
Yeah,
on
he's
that
got the Walter
requires
White for
him.
sure.
Yeah, he's got the Walter White syndrome. He's like wheezing. I mean, he was unconscious, I think, in the beginning of the movie. That's why his sister Vera came in and called the hospital to come get him, and then they got like the emergency treatment, and then he's sick of being not babied, but maybe coddled by his sister at this point, or badgered, I think is the word you used earlier, with the sister constantly checking in on him, and he's like, I just need to get away. So we get a cute little montage of them picking Indy up and like establishing that they are soulmates, for maybe lack of a better term. And then they travel together to get to their grandfather's cabin, forest home.
Which has been in the family for I
Yeah,
think it was
for
like six
generations. Yeah,
generations.
so it's been around for a long time, and we they make it clear from early on that there is a history with the property. Grandpa died there. They never found his dog, so they also want to make that clear too, that they never found Bandit, which was like a golden retriever that Grandpa had. But they're waiting to get in there. The keys, he's looking for the keys to get through the gate, and we already see the entity through the rear windshield from the perspective of Indy. And then they get through to the house, and then that kind of where it opens up, where we see the environment where they've set up all these beautiful shots for us to watch.
Yeah, and the way that they show like this demonic presence like through shadows throughout the entire movie is awesome.
Yeah. And I love how like the lack of light is kind of what triggered it to be visible too.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate because there's some movies that will hide the entity and you only see him on a second viewing. They
Yeah.
make it very deliberate. They're like even though he's a shadow and he's in the background, it is a clear focus that there is something just here
Mhm.
as they're approaching.
And even if that didn't occur to you when it was going on through like the rear windshield at the very beginning, it made it plain as day later on in the movie when he is standing there, like when Indy is standing there looking at the corner of like the attic or something.
Mhm.
He just went through like a room where there's a bunch of duck and goose decoys too. So like we know that Grandpa was probably a hunter, and like he had a hunting dog with him all the time, and then we know that like the neighbor that's kind of living there is also a hunter, so like they obviously knew each other, they were hunting buddies or whatever. So like I guess on my watch I looked at, okay, he just passed through the grandpa's kind of equipment room, likely the entity is the grandpa, like on first watch, not knowing anything about the movie, right?
Mhm.
We see like this dark figure standing in the corner, and I mean, there's no hiding it. That the
Yep.
whole point of the shot is to get that in your head.
Yep.
And so I think it's the grandpa at this point, but I don't know if you guys thought it was something a little more malicious.
I immediately thought it was malicious.
Really?
I based on, I guess maybe this is past movies I've watched, it is a man who is sick, and I assumed immediately off of seeing the entity that this is going to interact with some kind of grief or fear of death.
Sure.
That's what's going to happen throughout this movie is him dealing with the sickness. But this movie is interesting because it's not really about Todd dealing with his illness. It's about Indy
Yeah.
dealing with it.
Yeah.
That's how I assumed the movie was going to go, and maybe Indy protecting him from this entity. And then I thought maybe he would probably defeat the entity. I didn't know if it was going to have a happy ending, but then I was like, how does this dog gonna kill cancer? Like that was something going through my head. But I immediately knew those themes were gonna hit on this movie for sure.
And kind of tying in them not hiding the ghosts. Like I also like how they touched on how, or like when Vera was talking to Todd over the phone about like, has Indy been like looking at something but like nothing
Mm,
looks like it's there, or has he been like pointing or like wandering around the
Yeah.
house? Like, so Indy
forgot about
knows.
that.
Like Indy is aware of whatever this presence is, so it's not really being hidden to Indy. But we know that it's hidden to Todd. Like Todd doesn't know what the fuck is going on. I know this is a point that you guys want to touch on later too, but Vera also mentions how if he looks at a corner of the room and there's like nothing there, walking around the house, but there's like nothing there, that she references how doctors are also like use dogs and their keen sense of awareness to detect something that's going on. So it like really plays into
They smell cancer.
yeah.
It's happened. Yeah.
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 Pretty common
Yeah.
actually now.
I do love the choice of this movie to play with perspective because especially with a dog, because we've always seen them as very empathetic creatures. And there's no shadow of a doubt how much Indy loves this fucking dude. Like he loves Todd in every way. And you can really tell that Indy is scared for him in basically
Oh yeah.
except for the scene where he pisses himself, he was probably scared for himself. But he is terrified for Todd.
Yeah.
And we'll talk about it later about whether or not there is a haunting, but I love seeing this movie, reading this movie as a story of a dog dealing with grief, an alien concept to us is it's great. I love when movies play with stuff like that.
I do want to point out real quick before he goes to see the entity like that's in that corner,
Mhm.
when Indy leaves the living room where Todd is watching the movie of his grandpa. Did you guys notice that the grandpa is sitting in a chair, and then when Indy walks down the hallway, the grandpa turns and follows him?
No.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Wow.
So,
No,
like,
I didn't catch that.
The grandpa's looking off screen and he's following Indy
Oh wow.
as he's like walking down the hallway. So I
That's
thought that was
fucking
cool.
cool.
That's
That's-
also kind of why I was like, oh shit, maybe the grandpa is like
Sure.
involved.
No, I didn't catch that.
Which he kind of is.
You could read it as the entity has killed 2 generations now, right?
By the end, yeah.
At least.
At
you
least
could
2.
you could see the entity as a genetic disease.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
So-
So I also caught onto that because
Yeah.
through the recordings of the grandpa, you can tell that he also had
He's having the
something
same.
going
He has
on.
the same cough. Yep.
Did you notice that later on in the movie when he gets a transfusion or like chemotherapy?
His
something
chemo.
happens?
I assumed it was chemo.
I thought it was too.
Yeah.
Okay. So like the patch on his arm, did you see that that was moving? Something
Yeah.
was moving in that.
it was bleeding. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it wasn't bleeding.
It
Something was moving.
Oh.
Yeah, the patch was moving
Oh,
on his
Oh,
wow.
I
arm.
thought it was like that black bile mud.
I
shit
think
that
it
we
was.
saw
It was
going
mud,
on.
man.
But it was mud or like some sediment or something was like
Mhm.
moving it around.
Yeah.
And I would argue that the entity that caused the whole thing was probably Mudman, and that all of the ghouls that we see later on are family
Oh.
because that's what Todd turns into.
you see him as separate entities. I always just assumed.
Oh yeah,
it was-
if you look at it, Todd turns into the thing with a skull face,
Yeah.
Right.
which is an entity that you see in the basement, which I call the ghoul.
Sure.
But then Mudman is a totally separate entity that
Oh.
looks different and is activated through
Oh,
different things
I
happening.
didn't even read that.
And the
Yeah.
ghoul is outside when Indy is like chained to the
Yeah.
doghouse and stuff.
Yeah.
It's two different things.
Hmm.
So I look at grandpa being maybe a
Oh,
vengeful spirit, and then Mudman is the guy. Like
the
he's
thing
the
that
thing causes all the
oh,
illness and doing that
he's
shit.
on the land or whatever, and then the ghouls are the family that have
Yeah.
been. I see.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch
Like
that.
he's the curse and the family are
Sure.
there.
No, yeah, I like that a
Yeah.
lot.
Also, what kind of house like that has fucking catacombs in the basement? Did you notice that at the end too? There was
Is that what that was?
it looked like a full like family
Because
catacombs because he
It's-
has a whole family graveyard down there too.
It's in a storm cellar.
Yeah,
I
but it goes into, like,
I
a
noticed
natural
that
cave
there's like an actual
Descent?
graveyard on the property. The basement was fucking odd
Yeah.
because I understand that for Indy, he doesn't know what the hell is in the basement, but Todd has gone down into the basement, I assume. So would know what's down there and would be aware, I guess, of what this portal to hell looking fucking thing is that
Mhm.
was down there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just a person wandering into someone's cellar and you see that, I would be nervous. I would be nervous to say the least. 'Cause
Absolutely.
What the fuck is that?
It
doorway
reminds
to
me of that
nothing?
scene from Barbarian when he goes in the basement. And He sees the
Yes.
room
Yeah.
and he starts measuring to add space to the house.
Oh, yeah. Or even like what was that other one? Heretic?
I
When he,
haven't
like-
seen it.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Oh, is that the one with the Oompa Loompa from Wonka?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
He's been in a lot of things. That's the
It-
only one
honestly,
I come up with.
I had a great time with that movie. I thought
It sounds
good.
sounds
good.
great.
Good. That's on HBO.
Can we talk about shots of this movie real quick?
Oh yeah,
'Cause
absolutely.
Shots?
My my favorite personally is the window shot down when Indy is chained to the doghouse and he's sitting on it. It looks like a stage play with the darkness behind him. It looks like it's on a fucking stage. It is gorgeous.
That's pretty.
The lights over top. I assume they had to do that with lighting, but it's took my breath away that shot. I loved
So
it.
the reason that it was top lit like that is because he had a motion activated light on the front porch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why.
It's
And
just
that light was fucking cool.
Yeah,
that was
I
the
like-
one that had like
was
the
grainy.
giant halo
Yep.
around it. It
Yep.
was beautiful.
I couldn't tell if it was at a halo for the shot or for my astigmatism, but nice job.
Was it more of an oval or a circle?
It's a circle for me.
Oh shit, I actually don't know the difference.
I think it's a diamond for astigmatism.
Oh, for Tism, yeah. I mean, I got diamonds at night.
That went hard.
Kind of also going into like this having the look of like a stage play. I think they used their own rain, like if that makes sense. Like they had hoses or some generated
Yeah,
rain.
it was heavy.
Because
too.
the way that they had it, if Todd was in the background, you see the rain at the front, and then you see that he's damp, but he's not fucking drenched like he would be in a downpour.
Mhm.
So it looks like one of those old films where they would like have the hoses up top with like the grates or whatever to pump or to get the water down there. So I think that added
to be
another level of like aesthetics to what was going on in the background.
Oh, like in old films?
Yeah, old films used to use milk.
Smelly set.
Is
Gross.
that for
smelly
black
set.
and white, or is
Yeah.
there? Okay,
Yeah, so
It's the
it
same
showed
reason
up.
their lipstick was green
no shit.
to make it look darker.
Huh.
Another. It's a very simple shot, but the meaning of it really got me. Was when he's out in the forest looking for. I can't remember what plants he was looking for, but the guy walks up.
Honeysuckle.
Yeah, the guy walked up on him, and it's just a shot by like his thigh and how far off Todd is, really symbolizing like Todd's gone. Just the distance of that camera shot really shows like Todd's losing it. He's digging in the forest for a plant. He doesn't know what it looks like. He just knows the name. And he asks the guys like, "Is it in here?" And he's like, "No." And he's like, "Oh, I'll figure it out."
You kind of look at
That-
it like a lost cause type
Yeah.
thing. Like
Yeah.
he's grasping at
really-
straws to fix what's
it's-
going on.
It also
They have tons of shots like this in the
that
movie.
that shot also serves as kind of like a benchmark to note how much Indy's keeping his distance now. too.
Yes.
Because at the beginning of the movie, inseparable.
Yeah.
And then at this point, he's like, I'm gonna hang back. I'm not gonna do that with you anymore.
Well, he's also been pushed away too.
Yeah. No, I mean when he was like
So-
really sick and having a
Something
coughing fit, he
I
pushed him.
wanted to talk about with this movie was I don't want to say there's abuse, but there was a lot of times in this movie where I went, I hope they only did that take once. One is the face pushing, and I was like, I hope they only did that once to that
Yeah.
dog. Another one was pulling him under the bed. That
That
one
was
yeah.
tough to watch.
when he leaves and he's whining. Maybe they 80-yard the whining, and they just had him sit next to the
doubt it.
window. But that made me stress out. and the spitting of blood. I was like, I hope they only spit in that dog's
Yeah.
face once.
The blood, and then also the one where he's
Yeah, yeah.
underneath the cabinet looking at the bandana. He like it. The shot makes it look like he backed himself out, but someone pulled him.
Well, another thing, I think it's a camera trick, but when he's pulling on the chain when he's tied to the doghouse,
Yeah,
I know there's probably a bunch of slack and it's nothing, and it's probably tug of war that they're playing with the dog and they're just shaking the camera. But I remember seeing that and I was like, I don't want them to be.
yeah.
I'm sure it's their dog. They're taking care of it. But there was a couple times in this movie where I'm like, I don't know, I don't like what they're doing to this dog. But I'm sure everything was fine. There's a lot of uh, cringing, I guess, at parts about what this dog was going through.
I think with or in order to use animals on the film, they need to have like in order to get that end credit of no animals were harmed during the process of this, they need to pay to have like s-
Supervisor,
yeah, staff from
yeah,
that come in and supervise like those scenes
sure,
whenever it's going to be or show like hard quote violence toward animals
yeah.
that like nothing actually
Yep.
harmful is being done.
Which for them is the whole movie,
Yeah.
the
So
whole shooting period.
and they had to pay for that and again with a budget of $70,000.
And most
So
of that
Which
was
probably
probably the
was
house.
most of it.
Probably was just most. Oh, maybe. Oh,
Hiring those
maybe.
folks out because I
I
mean,
was thinking, is that or the location? Because it's a
probably both.
whopper of a location.
But they cut down on costs with production for acting by using the
Mm-hmm.
director and as well as Vera because like she is only an entity that we see on the phone. Like it's only voiceover. She does
Yeah,
not make an appearance until the very very
yeah.
end, and I think that that was also a good way to
and
cut costs. There's only two physical people in the movie the entire time until the very end, and it's one of them is the neighbor who is wearing a mask, who very well could be his
Ben.
wife or
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah,
yeah, because there's shots where Ben's there too, right?
yeah,
So you
sure.
and so knowing the fact that they reported that usually it was just him and Carrie on screen with him or on set with Indy at any given time, maybe makes sense that why Indy was so comfortable around the neighbor too is that it was Carrie in
Oh,
costume,
that's not a
but
bad bet.
because everything is voiced over in post,
Hmm.
right? So
yeah, the only other one that I can think of would be the doctor. But again, that could have also been
oh yeah,
Carrie.
They
But I
never.
thought she
they
had
never
her own
showed her
credit
either. Yeah,
in on like IMDb. I thought she had her own credit.
I think she
Mm,
did. I think you're right.
So,
Yeah, so three.
but that was a scene that didn't have to be intimate with the dog. Like it wasn't them like with the dog embracing the dog or anything. It was he
He
was
he
with
was
was
Indy,
holding
embracing
her.
her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was
but the
embracing the dog.
doctor was not a part of like
Yeah, I
that.
also didn't like that part where he like kind of like screamed and like threw
Mm-mm,
him down. Yeah, I
mm-mm.
didn't like that. I do want to talk about the shot, like just briefly. I really enjoyed the shot, and I don't know if it's symbolistic at all,
Mhm.
but symbolic. Jesus, I don't know if it was symbolic at all,
If you cut that,
but
we're not friends.
all right. But there's a shot where it and it's meaningless, mostly. But it's when they're trying to get the generator started for the first time.
Mhm.
Indy is sitting on the porch and looking out at Todd,
Mhm.
and he gets the generator running, and then the lights show up, and then it shows us kind of what Indy's looking at, and it's just Todd's body, and then like half of his face is covered in complete darkness, and the other half, like you barely see him. You can't
Yeah.
really even make out his complexion, and I like that because it kind of told me that like Indy doesn't really care, like your companion doesn't care what you look like. It's
Yeah.
just like that's your person
That's
there.
my boy.
But then
They don't even know my name.
yeah,
Dogs don't know my name.
well,
And
they know
They
the
also
love me.
sound. They know the sound of your name, though.
Nope.
Yeah, they do.
Nope.
and then
All right.
from their perspective too, they're looking at you from like your knees to your hips. Like
Yeah, and that's
that's
like
their
where the
eye
focal
level.
point is in the
Mhm.
shot too.
And it's super cool
So
that they were able to do this film with like the camera being that low and still having
Oh, I
like
bet it was a
very
bitch though.
interesting shots.
Bet it was a lot of crouching, holding
Oh yeah.
like a 25-pound camera.
oh god, a lot of
Yeah, my
sweat.
Yeah.
God. Like what
Yeah.
you were
I
saying with the tripod and getting
yeah.
that down, getting
Oh,
their
yeah.
their like pans down and all that.
I do have a quick question for you. Like, do you think he bought all the plants after
Mm.
moving into the house, or like, do you think he had them with him?
No,
Because there's
that's during his spiral. He definitely bought them.
okay, because I did notice he bought like crystals and chakra and shit to kind of cope after being turned down from the study.
Mm-hmm.
That's true. Um how it was only a couple of weeks that the granddad was dead before he moved into the house, I thought.
I guess I
Oh, I
thought it
thought it
was
was way
years.
yeah.
I didn't
Thought it
think
was
it
a
was
long
years.
time.
I thought it was like 6 weeks.
Really?
I
That's
I
pretty
I could
fresh.
have that time frame, like, a little off,
Based
but
on spoilers, the dog skeleton, I don't think it was weak.
I would yeah. So decomp takes way longer than that, especially in that type of environment because there's not like
To get
insect
to
life.
bones is
Yeah.
crazy.
Even if you had like a full colony of domestic, it would take weeks for a full specimen like
yeah,
that.
but if that house was abandoned for 6 years too, there'd be a lot of dust and everything going on in there, and
That's
it was pretty
true,
well put
but if it's an
together.
Airbnb, do you really want to like
I don't think they were
the dust?
Airbnbing that house because it was they walked
No.
in and it was like,
We
it was a work in progress.
we could chalk that up to the budget. They couldn't fuck it up and make it look
That's what I
as old.
meant. That's what I meant. It's like the space
It
that
was
they
an
were
Airbnb
renting.
Okay.
before, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like the
Yeah.
space that they were renting out, they didn't want to do that because like
There
that's
was
a lot
they
of
probably
cost.
wanted to look like it was 6 years, but all they could really do is thrift some shit and put some boxes around.
Yeah. And I will also say that he at one point he reviewed the will of grandpa, like the recorded will. It was in black and white too on a VCR set. So like,
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure it was. But there he
Yeah,
said
because he was
like
talking about recording it over. Can't do that with a DVD.
yeah, and then he said
Oh, it was on VHS. I didn't think it was in black and white though. I didn't think it was that old.
I don't know, it might
I
not
believe
be.
they were all yeah.
But I guess I just thought all the films that they were watching were usually black and white. But
They were
he
watching a
did
lot of black and white.
yeah,
films.
and then he said so grandson gets everything. Todd has everything except for one thing he left to his daughter.
Yep.
And he said the vegan. So like clearly
Oh,
the
it's
dude
the taxidermy.
yeah, all the taxidermy goes to the daughter, the vegan, and then he's like chuckling, and then he leaves everything else to Todd. So everything is Todd's.
And also it's funny because when he goes up to the attic, all the taxidermy's still there.
So which also lets us know though
Yeah.
that nobody else has been there.
No one comes here. Well, it's probably from how Vera talks about it and how even the neighbor talks about it, it is like a known to cursed place. It's like, the house up on the hill, fucking spooky. Don't
Yeah.
go over there.
Yeah.
And that's probably why Vera is worried that Todd's going there because Vera is badgering him. But also, if my brother had some kind of stage of cancer, like I'm there.
Yeah, for sure. He had every right in the world to be like pestering him if he's as because I think
Far
that was
gone?
another theme of the movie was that these people who have this disease are pushing away the people who are
Mhm.
trying to help them. Like the granddad pushed
Which is
away the
common.
entire
Yeah.
family.
Pretty common in real life too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and like the dogs are the ones that are like noticing this type of shit, but so they only keep that around their dog around, who is pretty powerless to everything going on, but then like pushes away family, and then Todd is in the same situation. He's pushing away his family.
Mhm.
So even though they are trying to help and do everything they can, like I guess in that like emotional state, pushing away these people who are trying to help you.
It's just fear. It's to be Todd, and I think we've all dealt with people who've had some kind of not just terminal disease, but a disease. It's so fucking scary, and you lash out a lot because of that fear.
Yeah,
When you're
you're
dealing with your
scared.
own mortality.
Justified fear. I mean, behavior maybe not justified depending on what you do, but it's fucking scary, and then you're gonna be unpredictable because of it. But another shot I really loved, and this I will be vulnerable. This made me tear up a little bit. Is when Indy finally gets off of the chain, smashes through the doghouse, which ruled that fucking ruled, and then runs off into the forest. And you see him gone for a while because he goes into complete darkness. And then he turns around and comes back for Todd. I
Yes.
was like, we do not deserve
that was sick.
dogs. It was, it
And
was incredible. I love that.
I thought you were going to talk about the snare trap scene. That was really sad for
I,
me to watch.
I said out loud, oh no, because my dumbass forgot that the neighbor
Yeah.
only talks about the fox snares.
Okay,
Judy, you think
okay,
he'd fucking put him away?
You know what
like
I like?
Todd is there with the dog.
You
He's out there
know-
with the dog.
You know what I like that they did though that not maybe like some big budget movies might not have done is that they kind of gave you like a leading line to kind of deceive you that like whatever was haunting them was in the woods, because when Indy was like standing there in the woods the first time, he like got into the trunk that he later got snared in,
Mhm.
and there was those two eyes peeking back at him, and
Oh,
right after the
yeah.
whole doghouse scene, or maybe right before, I can't remember exactly, but that's when we find out that the eyes are the fox, because we see it in the woods again.
Yes.
Then the fox shows up, and then it looks at Indy, and then the eyes are the same as the fox. And so, like, we know that that is not a harmful anything. I mean,
Mhm.
it's just a fox, and that everything that's going wrong is in the house.
Shit, I never pieced that together.
Quite-
Yeah,
That's
because you
good.
see, did you see the eyes in the
Yeah, in
early
the
Yeah, I
part of the
saw
movie?
I saw
though?
the eyes, but the
you
whole
probably
time
thought it was
I didn't think
Mudman.
they were the fox. I
Yeah,
thought it was
so
Mudman.
Yeah,
Mudman.
so everyone thought it was like Mudman. I thought it was
Mudman.
Mudman, but then we saw the fox, and I was like, well, it makes sense. That is an animal. And then they had previously said in the movie that like nobody found Bandit, the grandpa's dog, and so I thought
Yep.
the eyes were Bandit, and that maybe
That's
he was
not a
like
bad
living
guess.
living
Yeah.
in the forest somewhere. He survived somehow, and then they'll reunite later in the movie. But no, it's a fox, and I like how it gave you that line to kind of tease you to one direction, but then it kind of came back and wove you back into the main storyline as it resolved that.
And then you also see in the house like the thing that would make like this presence also feel like either in the woods or just surrounding Todd because they're in the house and Indy sees shadowy figures in the corner of rooms with like smoke sort of kind of billowing out from them, and then you also see behind the door of the cellar that Indy never sees the other side of. There's like dog scratch marks at the
Yeah.
base
Yes.
of
Yeah, I
the
like
door
that a
Yes.
to
lot.
make you
Yeah.
think that maybe what was the other dog's name? Max?
Bandit.
It was
Bandit.
played by Max.
Yeah, played by Max.
Shit, my
Goofy
bad.
son. Yeah.
My bad. Goofy son. I had Goofy son in mind. That that maybe Bandit never made it out of the cellar.
Yeah.
And you also hear like echoes of a dog barking from the cellar, and
Yes,
you also hear
yes.
walking around and like yelling, but you can't really tell because it's like just this disembodied howling of something, and you
Mhm.
don't know what the hell it is, but you know it's coming from the basement that we find out there's like this portal to hell looking
Yeah, like a catacomb entrance.
stone structure. Yeah,
I
catacomb.
I interpreted that as like, well, we knew it was Bandit in the basement howling because we see Bandit in the house, but we don't hear him.
No.
And so it's like it's a different method of a spirit trying to make contact. And since the dog is more heightened with those senses, he'll
Yeah.
see it and Todd won't.
To backtrack just one sec. You guys think the fox was a ghost, or was that a fox?
I think that was a fox.
Think it was a fox?
Because I mean it makes sense because the neighbor was fox hunting, it's in season.
Mm-hmm.
He had snares put up. Foxes are crafty.
You could read it as like a guiding presence of nature for Indy, maybe,
Perhaps.
because it helped. But I don't know. That the fox is interesting to me because I know we talked about it. The fox unions are crazy. They couldn't get a real fucking fox.
Yeah.
So I know why they animated it, but since it is animated, it tweaks my brain in a way that perhaps it is another entity, either at odds with Mudman. Oh my God, it's Foxes versus Mudman. That's a movie.
Well, I mean, yeah, I agree.
You know what I mean?
Because when the fox did appear,
Mhm.
it was by the tree, kind of going towards the woods again, and then Indy turned away, and then when he turned back, it was gone.
Mhm.
So I think it would, if anything, it would be like a symbol for the wild to be
Yeah.
Indy, run. This is your chance. You're
Mhm.
free. Get out of here. But
Because there's that little
and then
video.
he turns back around.
Yeah, that is a really good point because I do think foxes are used as that, like symbolically, they
Oh,
are
okay.
used as a guide. Do you remember? Was it the Green Knight?
Oh yeah, he was like a spirited companion.
Yeah, I think the
Yeah.
fox was the guide in that. I
He
think they
was.
use foxes a lot in anime too as
And
like a
Avatar.
guide for people. So
He was Robin Hood for a little bit.
Yeah, Avatar: The Last Airbender. Avatar: The
Hell
Last
yeah.
Airbender, they're knowledge seekers,
Oh,
and
really?
they guide people to Wan Shi Tong's library,
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
which is a place of knowledge.
Was it Avatar Last Airbender?
Yeah.
Yeah, guest deal of the
guess.
show, dude.
Good
That's
guess.
that's a great note. Hey John, you say it now and we can cut Shane out.
So I would argue that like the fox.
Come on. I'm only smart once in a while.
Yeah.
It's
Fuck.
there's like I said in the pre-spoilers, if you like digging into a movie, like really getting in, if you liked English in 8th grade and getting dumb with symbolism, this
I was
is
real bad at it.
this is the movie for you because you can really tear it apart. But on the other side, which some movies get way up their own ass with shit like that, and you can't see anything. Also outside of it, just a cool dog movie.
Oh,
If you really wanted to, you can just watch it and it's a cool dog movie.
going back to the fox thing though, when they got the power turned on, first thing that Indy saw was a taxidermied fox.
Oh yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. It's it's tasty.
And kind of on like the note of like
I'm glad you didn't agree with that either.
like
I had to
dog
say that.
spirits was seeing Bandit. How did you guys feel about the nightmare sequences for Indy?
Oh, dog
Fucking love
nightmares?
them, dude.
Dog nightmares? Yeah.
And
Insane.
actually, the one on the stairwell actually made me jump.
Yeah, I had that down.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I was not expecting that, and I was like, "Wow!" I would not expect. It takes a lot. Like for you and I, we watch horror movies all the time, and
Mhm.
I don't really jump easily in movies anymore. And this one got me.
because they didn't use jump scares in this. They
Mm-mm.
like did not
Nope.
really.
We should have
use
put that in the
jumpy-
pre-spoiler. Is there is no jump scares in this horror movie?
and
and
then watch
that's-
it.
no,
It's a lot of tension.
It's
Yeah,
that, and
lot of
that's the stuff I
tension.
like. I hate a jump scary movie.
Yeah.
They annoy the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But
It earned it like Haunting a Hill House. Like you get through like 6 episodes and then there's a jump scare
Yeah.
and you're like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Where did that come from? So it was really earned, I feel,
Yeah.
to get that from the stairs. And then also the close up of Indy's eye and then to see Mudman
Yeah,
grab
dude, that
through
those
fucking-
two were
fucking
so good,
intense.
so good. I also think that's where a lot of the budget went too. Is that CG right there with like the reflection of the eye, and then working on the creatures.
I could see I don't e do you think that was CG or do you think they managed to do something practical with a reflective thing and then
I think it could have
superimpose
been,
it
but
onto
I
an
mean,
eye?
regardless, having the costume prep for Mudman was kind of
That I loved the Mudman, and it made sense when I saw the budget too. That
Yeah.
like, okay, no, we just get to cover a guy in a lot of mud.
He looked
and we're
like the
already in
peanut butter
woods.
baby.
I've always been interested in what people do with restraints, and this is just a masterclass in that. It's $70,000. It's incredible with with one location, a dog, and the producers acting. Like
Mhm.
that's
Mhm.
all they have. And yeah, to your point of, well, we need a creature for it. And it's like, you want to be covered in dirt? I have to cover you in dirt. Like it's just
Which I will say looks like the dude that gave the voiceover for Ben or Todd. rather.
Oh yeah.
I think like he looks very similar to Mudman, and he's only in the living room and like in the attic and like in the main house. And like I said, the ghouls are downstairs. And then at the very end, we see like the dirt come up and like kind of cake
Mhm.
Todd.
Fucking
And then he like his
beautiful.
face like disintegrates into the ghoul face that we
Yeah.
see. So like I'm led to believe that Grandpa's downstairs. That's who we're interacting with.
Mm.
That's who we're seeing, or at least one of the relatives are downstairs, because that's who grabs him when he goes down there to like look for something. He was, you know what I'm talking about? There's like that scene where he goes and he's looking in a corner, and then in the background, while it's still out of focus, we see a body move and grab, and that's when he's found later in the basement by Todd.
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
So
Yeah.
it's two different things, because
Mhm.
he's like investigating Mudman, but he finds the ghoul.
Okay.
Did you,
Shit, I don't have any. This is good.
did you have anything before I wanted to talk about if there's a haunting or not?
Just for reference, yeah, with this being $70,000, Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey was $100,000 and
It was objectively worse.
did fucking nothing.
Yeah.
Haven't
compared
seen
to
it. Was
this.
it bad? Was it really bad?
First one's bad,
Oh,
second one's
terrible.
good.
Second one.
Second one's good.
There's a Pooniverse, by the way.
There is a Pooniverse.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm excited for 3.
they got
3 is
shit in
announced.
the
It's coming out
making,
either
dude.
next year or the year after that.
So
movies were a mistake.
that is a movie based on an existing IP and it had similar success. This had no existing IP and still
Great
pulled better
success.
fucking numbers, dude.
Racist says. Said sex.
Oh,
Yes, you did.
Great success.
If you cut that word out, Fred.
If you don't get that word out, friends.
God damn it, you guys.
Well, you got to live with him. I'm leaving tomorrow.
You guys have to work this one out. You do rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins didn't get cut.
Something I thought would be interesting, and maybe I'm being too much of a someone who liked English, but I like the read on this that there is not a haunting, and this is grief from the perspective of a dog losing an owner.
Yeah.
It's so, we don't, like, as humans, grief is debilitating. We have no idea what the fuck to do with it. A dog doesn't understand that the door doesn't eliminate that room from the house. Like, there's so much a dog doesn't know. So maybe it's because Indy is such a cute dog, but from the first frame when he's just sitting there bleeding from his mouth, it looks so confused. It has no idea what's going on. It's just staring off into space, assuming he's just cuddling with his owner. He has no idea that he is exploding from his face. And I think it's just a lot of that. Maybe they took some artistic liberties about exactly what's going on. But to this point, and we talked about it earlier about whether or not the dog grows, because I don't think the growth comes from him turning around from the fox. Indy was going to do that. He's from the very beginning of this movie,
Yeah.
he loves Todd. What growth the dog has is him coming to terms. Like Todd tells him straight up, "Hey man, you're not. I can't. I don't remember the exact line, but it's like,
I need you to stay here.
no, 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 no.
That's what he said.
I thought, no, no, no. That's when he's on the doghouse. I mean, in the bottom before he leaves. You're a good boy, but you can't save me.
You
Yeah.
gotta stay here.
Yeah, stay here. Yeah, you got to stay
Oh,
here
I see.
because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that's when he descends to like
Yeah.
ghoulhood, and then he descends into the
It's-
catacombs.
Yeah, then you see him die.
Yeah,
Like
he
his
goes
like
face
full
becomes a
dead mode.
skeleton.
And then there's that shot of Vera looking down
Yep.
and calling to Indy, and then there's that pause. Like, and
Well,
it's
because there's a whistle.
that pause is a million years. Maybe it's not. It just feels like forever. And then Indy finally goes with Vera after she's constantly calling him because she
Yeah.
doesn't want to go.
Well,
Todd's down here.
Because for this decision is the hardest he has ever had to make.
Yeah, it's probably the only
To walk away
decision.
from his owner.
Probably the only decisions he's ever made. He's a dog.
Yeah, potentially.
Is-
But it was enticing him, right?
Yeah.
The spirit was enticing him with a whistle,
Mhm.
trying to get him to come back or stay.
And
Right.
it's the choice.
Hmm.
Max didn't have it.
But I will say, in the end, he did end up listening to Todd.
Yeah.
Because he said, "You have to stay here."
Yeah, it's
The whistle was trying to get him to go into the catacombs.
and that's yeah. I
He
like
stayed
Presence of the
there with
temptation
Vera.
of grief to want to go.
I just love the idea of like because we don't know how dogs think. We don't have the technology,
Mhm.
nano machines. We'll get there, but we don't know how they think, and this might just be an abstraction of what this dog is going through, dealing with. I mean, first of all, it's a new location. I don't know how long he's had the dog in his apartment, but it's a house the dog doesn't know. Something happening to someone he loves more than anything happening to him they don't know. It's terrifying. It's probably a horror movie to lose your owner.
Mhm.
It's just
And he also acts as Todd's anchor too. I mean, it's not just
Mhm.
Todd is not just his anchor; he's Todd's anchor too. He's an
Yeah.
emotional support animal. It's very clear
Absolutely.
from the trials and everything.
Yeah.
But even when Todd dies finally at the end, and he thinks that the coughing fit's over, and then he gets up and cuddles with Indy,
Mhm.
he then looks down, and then the realization sets in that that's my body on the bed.
Yeah, fuck, we didn't even talk.
And so, like, not only are we seeing that the dog can definitely interact with spirits because
Oh,
he's now
sure,
one for sure. He's
sure.
really highly sensitive to it. It's the last point of anchor for Todd before he realizes that I'm now
Yeah,
going to turn into something else because Mudman got to him in the end,
Mudman for
right?
sure got
Like,
him.
there's no question about it. We saw the footsteps approaching. He slammed the door. He got him, right?
Mhm.
And then you could look at Mudman as like a symbol or as resembling the illness
Yeah,
finally
absolutely.
taking him.
Well, I like it a lot because and like I said, it might be just a restraint and it was easy, but when you think of a lung disease, you think of tar.
Yeah. So I was gonna
So,
say it looked like a
yeah.
blight,
Mhm.
which is like just a gross amalgamation of bacteria and fungal
Yeah.
growth. It's just disgusting. But what I want to get to back with the anchor thing is that he finally lets the anchor go by telling by telling Indy to stay.
Yeah.
And then he lets go of the anchor and then he turns. So
Mhm.
it's like Indy truly is his anchor to this world
Yeah.
at the end.
Yeah, and kind of going with like this mud monster or the mud man, and yeah, that these like ghouls or demonic presences that we feel like they are throughout the film being like representations of cancer or
Mhm.
whatever illness Todd has, which I'm pretty sure we think is lung cancer of
It-
some sort. That
but
he's
it-
I mean he's coughing up blood.
It
Or,
feels genetic, which I assume because I mean, if we're going with this read, Grandpa had it too, so it has to be some kind of genetic. And I guess lung cancer is genetic, right?
yeah, I honestly I have no idea other than like the
Um,
idea of
I mean, it's cancer.
Like
So
the mud monster being like their representation of death. I mean, like whenever it reaches up through the ground
Yeah.
to grab Indy, which is the only real route that Todd has to life is his dog,
Hmm.
and it's like trying to
Separate them.
trying to
Yeah.
separate them by having Todd put the chain, putting Indy outside so that the Mudman can basically take, or the ghoul, whatever it is, can take hold
Hmm.
of Todd, and then Todd can finally die and like move on while also having Todd push away everything. He pushed
Yeah.
away his family, he pushed away like his sister, he moved to get away
yeah,
Medicine.
but
from
Indy
everybody.
but Indy didn't let it happen.
No.
Yeah,
That's the
Indy was
thing.
there with him this whole
Yep.
time. He didn't want to get out of the car. He wanted to go
Yep.
back. He saw death right in the rear window the whole
No.
time. In this house, he saw death, and then yeah, he's still trying to get Todd to like the land of the living, sort of, but like that is holding him back. And Todd, like the dog can't fix Todd, right? So he is going to die, and he is going to pass on. And yeah, it's like what you were saying with grief and his ability to accept what is going to happen to him so that he can move forward, but like
Hmm.
helping.
But Todd is also a stubborn character
Oh
because
yeah.
the reason he didn't get admitted to the clinical trial is because he waited too long. It was his own
Mm,
fault.
yeah.
And it's just been
Because
Indy trying to push him toward life
it
over and over and over.
it
Go
wasn't
back
until
home.
he had his incident with the bath with the spitting of blood
Mm,
that he realized it was too far. Yeah, you're
yeah.
absolutely right.
Which
Yeah.
with that too, he also coughed up soil. I don't know if you noticed that, but there's like kind of like this
Oh,
mud or gunk that came
sure.
up with it. So
Now was that like actual mud, or was that the way that Indy saw it?
If we're
Because
going with the read, what there wasn't a haunting.
that
What do you
may have
think?
when
been
we
what
see
Indy
like
saw it
physical
as.
Yeah.
blood on Indy's face, it's not from Indy's perspective. But whenever Indy sees the things going on within the house, he doesn't really see blood. He sees like that black
Yeah.
substance or whatever
Well,
the fuck.
that's
Yeah.
what's so fun about movies like this. You could have John's read, which is incredibly interesting. You can have our read, which is right, correct.
That's a little rude.
Sorry, no, I couldn't help myself. They're both great. A family of an entity making a family into ghouls as a dog watches, or just a dog dealing with grief. It's just
I'm not saying that like it's physically that's what's going on. I'm saying
Mhm.
that like the illness is
Sure,
Mudman,
sure, sure.
right? And then it's a symbol for the disease encroaching because
Mhm.
he starts pretty far away. He's just there, kind of in the sidelines, and then he gets closer to the point where he actually confronts Todd directly, and then he turns into a ghoul, just like his grandpa did, which died from presumably the same illness. By the way, I just want to note cancer is typically genetically linked. I mean, like carcinoma runs in people's families for generations. I mean, that's skin cancer that's pretty common.
Mhm.
Lung cancer, I'm not entirely sure, but you are predisposed to getting cancer if you have family members that have it.
Yeah,
That's
and I
fine.
don't even
Pretty
think we saw
sure.
any of them smoke.
And if
To
I'm
really
not right, can it? I don't care.
But no, I think you're right with the ghouls, or the like those figures being, yeah, again, like his granddad, and the Mudman being whatever the disease is that like led to the end of his life, and that would ended up ending Todd's life, as he also becomes that. He doesn't become the Mudman, right? But we know that those are two distinct
Mhm.
characters.
See, Mrs. Curtis, we learned something.
See,
Thanks, Miss
I
Curtis.
almost want to interpret Mudman as the disease,
Yeah,
the ghouls as
And just death
family
in
that
general
the
too.
succumb to it.
generation.
Yeah, death,
Yeah,
generational
yeah.
death. But then there's also like this third thing that we see because it's not Mudman. It's like the thing that's troubling him in his dreams. It's almost like it looks like venom, but it's like full blight. It's like
Mm,
covered in blight. It's like black.
Well, I think.
And
that's
I
just
almost want to interpret that as like
fear of
his
death.
fear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely, absolutely.
his fear.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. See, I was seeing those as Mudman, but through like different, that they use like a different lighting or different filter whenever they had him. Like whenever he's in the shadow and he's like creeping up. Because whenever they use the shadow and where he like just barely appears, he's like almost like a filter of Mudman as he's like approaching them throughout the house.
Yeah, but you
Like when we
can
see the footsteps walking through the house, and it like cuts away, cuts back, there's more footsteps, and then you see like the light change right before Todd goes to slam the door. And I think Todd might even already be dead at this point whenever he sees Mudman coming at
Yeah.
him.
It's their first
Um,
interaction, if I remember correctly.
It's the first time he sees him.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he looks. Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But
And
it's
he looks like
also
translucent at that
Mhm.
point.
Mhm.
So it's like
but it's also not really there. Like you see that he sees the footsteps it's coming. So you can almost look at it as like, I know death is here. Like I know that I'm going under. But then when he goes to shut the door, there's nothing there at the doorway, right? And the reason I looked at the black, like the person covered in black as fear, is because we see it interact with Indy and with Todd.
Right.
And
Right.
the thing that happens with Todd, he doesn't get possessed or anything, but the black hand comes and reaches around him, and it could be a point of like he's scared for his life at this point. And every time that it grabs Indy, I mean, like he wakes up in like a night terror type situation.
okay.
Well, doesn't it happen a lot after he's denied from the trial? Like last chance.
Yes.
And then he's this entity John's talking about, which I agree with you is definitely fear, is on the rise of actually interacting in the movie. It's him. He's realizing that's his last chance.
Yeah. I think there's 3 different
Entities:
things
generational death,
represented here
the genetic disease, and
and fear itself.
fear. Yeah, fear of death.
Okay, then
3
I
different
might be
forms
wrong,
of
'cause
Yeah.
death
Well,
at that
it-
point.
I don't know if it's fear of death because in Indy's eyes, I mean, it's just fear in general. It's
Maybe.
like I'm terrified for my owner.
You don't think,
But it might be
was
fear of
about to
like I don't know if he's gonna die. I'm terrified that
I
he's
w-
gonna die.
yeah.
I think that entity and Mudman, personally, I think that they're the same because I
Mhm.
feel like they represent the same thing
Mhm.
Oh,
in
sure.
the film. With the disease is already being like he is afraid and rejects the idea that he is gonna die because I mean he doesn't want to be coddled. He doesn't want to be babysit because he's like trying to push away this idea of his own
Mhm.
mortality. But this presence is constantly following him, and like I feel like that is the character of that is like him hiding from his grief and that or the grief or the realization that he is going to die. So I feel like that is the same sort of
Mm,
character
it's
that I don't
Mudman
know
of
if he
two
needs to be
forms.
two.
Mudman of two forms.
Well, like just like Shane said, I mean that's a really interesting perspective. And then there's Shane and I's perspective, which is the right perspective.
All right, cut that. I'm gonna cut that.
So.
Boop, cut that.
No, it's a to your point of that entity being him, like Todd running away. Like, why did this whole fucking movie happen? He ran to the house.
He ran to his death.
Yeah, he ran to his death. Absolutely.
Like how
And-
dogs want to die alone, or like cats die alone. He wanted to be alone and die.
Oh, when I die, I'm gonna find the nearest crawl space.
I thought
I
you were
thought you
gonna
were gonna
say
say I'm gonna
go
find the
to a
most public
mall.
area. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the grocery store and
Yeah,
pass out.
We
in
can't
the
say that
produce
actually.
aisle.
We can't say
I'm
that.
I'm gonna. You're gonna see me like 98 dead, floating around in the mall pool. If there's malls,
What the fuck?
if there's
toss
malls,
a coin and then jump in.
Yeah.
Great.
I'm gonna hang out around the fountain until I go. Oh, here it comes. I'm gonna waddle over,
Finally.
die in the, just to make it a real bad day for the janitor. What happened? Where?
Are you live streaming? Perfect. Oh.
It's the future of 98. Everyone is like, it's in our eyes. I think it's not looking good.
I think it just shows how well this movie was executed. That all 3 of us kind of had a different
Absolutely.
interpretation of it, and we all still kind of got the same themes out of it, but we all came to different representations in symbolism.
I know you guys, because you do this, have seen way more movies this year than I have, but this is
Probably
probably.
watch locals or whatever.
Well, don't put that out into the
All
ether.
right.
I'm trying to be a.
What was
fed.
it? Can you
That's
say it
pretty
again
fucked up.
clearer?
Lol cows.
Thank you.
But this is probably top 10 movie I've seen this year. Definitely.
Probably.
It was fantastic.
Definitely in the horror genre. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. I would even say top 5.
Unfortunately, I've only seen around 10 movies, so also Fat Man is.
Yikes, man. Yikes.
These are long.
That's true. I don't know if you guys had any other notes that you wanted to throw out
Yeah.
here. I would like to say that Indy does not bark for the first 52 minutes of the 74-minute film.
And thank
Blew
God,
my
because
fucking
he is
mind.
pretty loud. He's a
He-
loud boy.
He was like his whining holler is
Yeah.
is like
Oh, it was when he was whining. I felt
didn't
so
like
bad.
it.
it just
I don't
pulls
like
at your
it.
heart the whole time.
I am just gonna say that the worst shot of the movie for me was at 45 minutes and 26 seconds because we got a full like lit view of Mudman, and that's when I was like, oh, that's just the guy covered in peanut butter. Like that yeah. I wasn't
Do you
super
like
impressed with that,
it?
but like one
Ah.
shot, 45 minutes into the movie, and the rest of it I think was like absolutely fantastic.
Mine was I didn't mark the timestamp on there, but it was Todd was sitting on the end of the bed. The TV was not on, but it was lit in a way so they could get a reflection off of it so that you could see Todd while Indy's like going next to him. So like the TV is off, but it's lit like it's on just to get a
Mhm.
reflection. That was the only like weird looking thing that I caught, but again, yeah, with your note, like there's not a lot to not like.
For 70,000, you have like one
Yeah, right?
mediocre shot.
Right?
Fucking insane.
Killing
Yeah.
The only thing I would want to add is they put their mission statement in the movie when one of the tapes he is watching, the narrator says, the planet's most dominant and successful partnership is dog and man.
Yeah.
They're basically spelling it out right there. That's the movie right there.
Mhm.
And it's beautiful. I loved it. It was great.
Fantastic.
Go watch it.
Yeah, and
It's
if you've
worth the
already
money,
seen it,
honestly,
maybe
it's
watch
an
it
hour.
again.
Yeah.
And if you guys got anything that you saw that you didn't hear us talk about, and you wanna pull an actually, feel free to do so in
Can
the comment section.
Can it. Type it in the comment section. Type can it in the comment section.
Can it?
We'll know that we missed something, but we don't know what.
Yeah, feel free. We're not fucking experts here, but we do like talking about it. We want to hear from you. And if you guys have any recommendations for movies to watch moving forward, we are all out right now. So yeah, shoot
I
us
got a
shoot us a
couple in the
list
tank.
of recommendations.
I got a couple of those in the tank we can watch. But yeah,
What-
reach out
what
to
money
us.
too?
Butteredupcast@gmail.com. Instagram @buttereduppodcast.
Yeah, Letterboxed, but I don't think we've never submitted a written review to Letterboxed, but
You
it
guys rank-
would be a fun thing.
You guys rank your movies.
We rate movies. We don't
Rate
rank
movies.
them.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been on. I don't know how.
By the way, Shane, you want to plug anything?
My Venmo.
Okay, that's good.
I need gas money to get back to
Yeah,
Illinois.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's charging us $50 for an appearance fee. So if we could just get like a sponsored 50
PN.
VPN, Manscaped, I think they fucking sponsor
No,
everything.
no, all censored. They're not giving us
Legends.
money. They're not giving us money.
Fresh.
Okay, I'm just
It's
kidding. That's
alright.
going to be censored too.
Wait, what's something that's like more practical to us?
What's something that you
Go.
guys like that you do?
Game
I work at Club, so technically I am sponsored by them. They got me here.
Hey,
Wow.
Shane, it was good having you here.
Was it?
Yeah, I enjoyed watching movies and talking about them with you.
Oh yeah, this is great. No,
I'd love to have you back sometime.
I haven't seen you guys in decades. So this has been fun.
All right. Well, now to do the hazing ritual, you got to dip your feet in butter, and Nick's gonna lick them off.
What?
I'm sorry, man. I didn't write the rules.
Nick is going to lick your toes.